Hello, wonderful traders. Dada's here. Time to make the videos for the summary of daily summary. Because yesterday there was some occurrences that didn't enable me to make the video. Thus, today I need to make the video for the previous 2 days. So, today is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday. On Wednesday, the market kind of first it went up on the Asian session, and it reached the level where we see uh, a mesh of zero lines. So it's like very many of them in one place. So basically, it suggested that this was some level which is potentially a resistance level, right? And after the opening of the Frankfurt session, as you see, the market went down violently. And even though the whole day was still on the bull side, on the bullish side, right? Well, uh, this kind of behavior suggested that the market could be going down, and so after seeing this price action right here, so like I was interpreting this as a defense of resistance. I went in short. Now I didn't make any mistakes here. It's difficult to say that there were any mistakes right here. So yeah, so basically this was a good trade, and but the market decided to do something else, so I got my stop loss right there. Now, after looking at this market, now the first thing, the first good thing that I did yesterday, at this moment, is that I waited. I waited out, so I didn't react immediately, but I figured out that I'll let the price drop down, and then try to figure out what the market is going to be doing on the reaction right here. Yeah? But well, maybe I still went in a little bit too quickly, but my stop loss was safe, and the market turned around and went up. Yep. Uh, and I got my um, profit, the profit that was enough to say that I can close my position, because I made up for this trade. Yeah, basically I decided that I'm gonna trade at a risk percentage. So in other words, I decided that I'm gonna put my stop loss at 1% risk, or below 1% risk, actually. And that's what I started doing. I put my stop loss at below 1% risk, and of course then the lot size is calculated depending on how far the stop loss turns out to be. So basically, the stop loss on this trade was much further than on this trade. So this trade was like 0.7, I think, loss, and this one was like 1.4 or 1.7 loss. So yeah, and then what else? Well, we were still in this consolidation, let's say, area, right? In this very dense area, right? So I wasn't actually sure what the market was going to do right here. It was like, simply bouncing off these two levels. So I waited. I was just watching the market until near the end of the day, I saw that the price was breaking up this last resistance, and potentially the market was going to go up. I figured out that the magical 13,800 level has not been tested yet. So the new high, right? So I figured out that most probably they would be going in that direction. Well, initially they did. No, initially see, my stop loss. What happened here? Not like this. Give this up. I think I did it like this, something like this, yeah. So, anyways, my stop loss was right there, so it was safe. And basically, you see the measurement here. It wasn't for a big trade, and ultimately the market. I mean, I closed it because I started trailing. And the market took out my trail stop. But you know, it then moved back, and then it went up again. So it actually hit this take profit level right there. The market actually hit it. But anyway, I was satisfied because I got whatever I got. Okay, that's it. I mean, then the market consolidated and stopped right at this moment. Come on, yeah, it consolidated right there and stopped. So I stopped trading. Then what happened? No, not there, right there. Yeah, very similar to situations, right? See, very similar situations. Okay, anyway, yeah. The market stopped and it consolidated, and yeah, and that's it for Wednesday. And then during the night, during the Asian session, we can see that the market soared up, definitely hit the 13,800 level, which is, oh, it is right there, even, right? Even below here, somewhere right there, yeah. So it actually hit and even overshot the 13,800 level, yeah. And then it abruptly went down, like, you know, like uh, as if somebody was just waiting for this level to sell out. And then it sort of bounced back, and on the Frankfurt opening it went a little bit up and then went back into the consolidation area, heavy traffic area, right? Let's call it heavy traffic area. It went into the heavy traffic area right here, and so in the morning when I was watching the market already, I saw this situation. I saw this bounce, and here I thought, okay, there's some room for trade. Maybe I'll take a little long. Yeah. So I took this long. Where are we? Right there. Yeah. So I took this long right there, like for the continuation. Yeah. So I think I did it something like this. And that's you know, to take profit is too high. So I was aware of that. Anyways, I started trailing. I think I started trailing right after the close of this candle. I trailed to this level, right? And I basically could have trailed just another one. Uh, Maybe I did it like this. I don't remember. Yeah, I could have done it. Yeah, yeah, I did it like this. Definitely, I did it like this. So this was the measurement, and the entry was right on the line. So it triggered right on the line. Yeah. So then I trailed over here, and you know, after the closing of this candle, I could have even trailed up one more, but you know, my thinking was, you know, the market is not so far from take profit, so I thought, well, let it go. I'm already safe. so I just took whatever I took. And that was my first trade. It was a small trade. I wasn't risking even 0.5% here. You know, much more, much less, right? So basically, it was just a small trade like this. And then what happened? Then I figured out. I was looking at the situation right there, and yeah, I know this price may be not a very good price, and perhaps I shouldn't even take this trade, or I shouldn't have taken this trade right there. Yeah, but I figured out that the market broke this last visible resistance line. Yeah, is a zero line, and it seemed to have been, like the rule of 115 candle. So I waited for the 115 candle. It didn't break. It didn't break the support. So I figured out that they would be going, like, continuing, right? Even though, yeah, theoretically the price isn't good because it's like you know it's at the level of the ceiling here. Yeah, it's at the level of the ceiling here. So basically, this ceiling is like could you know the market requires a stronger trend to continue. Well, definitely it didn't. You see, obviously it came back down and took my stop loss out. Mind you that this is below 1%. Yeah, this is below 1%. And again, this next trade was a bigger trade. Huh? Uh, However, the volume here was bigger, but the risk was still below 1%. Basically, I didn't really watch this market much. I entered it and then set my stop losses. Then I simply went to go something I had to go and do. And when I came back, the market was. I saw a very nice picture. I like this kind of picture, that I actually got my take profit instead of my stop loss. So it was right there. You see, it wasn't actually taken the way I usually take my trades. It was kind of more like on the supposition that strong after this strong movement, they very often, especially the strong movement to some support levels, they would simply bounce back, and they actually did. And notice that I put my take profit exactly below this resistance level, which is at the level of a ceiling right here, right? Of a ceiling, yeah. So basically, I thought that, yeah, there's even if the market doesn't decide to continue up, there's a higher probability that they will retest this level than that they will go and go up again. And actually, this is what happened. When I came back, the market was already, had already done this funny movement right here. So basically, it was trading inside this heavy traffic zone, right? And then, yeah, let's turn this off. And then you see what happened. I also wasn't there to look at this. I already saw this. They filled in the gap here. It's like it's exactly what we see on the H4. Yeah. So a heavy traffic area, a little bit lighter, but still pretty heavy traffic area. Here's another one. Yeah. And the market bounced off exactly off this heavy traffic area right here. And that's it. I mean, I decided to end the day. I decided to make the videos. Yeah, I'm doing this. We see we have a new H4 resistance. Well, generally, let's put it this way. I don't call these lines resistance or support. They are potential resistance or support. So in other words, you gotta call them SR levels, right? They are both resistance and support, depending on what market decides to treat them as, right? So basically, you could say that this on this reaction, it would have been wise to wait if this on this momentum candle, right? On this momentum trend candle, basically it would have been maybe wiser to wait until and see what happens on this level, if it proves to be resistance or support, and then trade, for example, a short from this line to this line. But obviously here, well, the market did give some pips, but we are inside this heavy traffic zone. So inside this heavy traffic zone, basically we should be only counting for as many pips as there are in this gap, right? So in this gap right here, and that's not even very likely, or we don't know simply, right? But it's more likely in this gap than over the gap, because you see what happens when the price uh, broke this whole heavy traffic area, then simply plunged down, and basically on a plunge like this, we don't get any opportunity to get in unless we do some kind of foolish trading and just click because I don't know. Yeah, well, it is possibly. It is possible to go by, like, I don't know, put a sell stop order right here. Yeah, so put a sell stop order at this level, somewhere at this level. But it's yeah, so that the price takes it, or maybe at this level, and so then if the price it breaks down, but that's everything is if. Well, we need in my system. I mean, there is more concrete stuff than just if, right? Because basically, when the price reacted right there, I could have done something like that, right? And traded these levels right there in order to find a trade upwards. So yeah, on this break, and then after this break, I could have been looking for an opportunity right there, or I could have even done it like this, just waited for this, right? Just waited for this movement. So in other words, wait a bit, wait a bit, wait a bit. You get a breakout. So a breakout and momentum breakout, and then get a trade here, which would have been a very nice one, and probably a very quick one. But I was already off the market, so I'm not trading anymore. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's put these lines like this. Okay, let's zoom this out a bit. Now we need some. Let's wait. Okay. Okay, now it should be okay. So we have the situation. We should have the lines. Yeah. See, I have the take profit line. I decided to make some adjustments. So I simply switched off these breakout lines, and now I'm simply looking for a situation where the take profit matches this take profit level. So basically, if this doesn't match it, then this one should match it. Yeah, and this one is alright. So I should have been, you know, the decision here would have to be made very quickly. So basically, it would be better to trade something like a different context right there. Yeah, find like find support or find the breakout levels, or support levels, maybe better, like this, right? Yeah, maybe like this, and then you've got the support level. The market is finding support, breaking out, a quick trade, right? So yeah, so there are multiple possibilities of constructing your trading with my method and with my tools. So yeah, Thanks a lot for today. I'm talking too much. So please like, please subscribe. I'm always doing a weekly summary, so it's usually a longer video, like lasting up to even 2 hours, describing my method and showing all the possible situations during the whole week. And however, these videos are only available to those who are my Patreons. So if you become my Patreon, the link to my Patreon is below in the description. If you decide to become my Patreon, then you will have access to this extra content, and you will be able to learn much more about my method. Like studying almost 2 hour video. Well, to be frank, I haven't recorded any English video yet, only a Polish video, because I don't have any English speaker patrons at this moment, so I really don't have the incentive, or maybe, you know, the moment even one English speaking Patreon comes up and introduces themselves, and I will see that it's the same person, then then I will be recording my 2 hour videos. And I really don't know if it's going to be 2 hours, because it can be 3 hours or it can be 1 hour, depends on the situation. But usually it's a longer one. Okay, so thanks a lot one more time. Please subscribe, please like the video, please join my Discord server, and yeah, and see you next time. Bye.